Do you hear that sound? The ticking of the egg timer. I have one, you have one. Everyone on this planet is on borrowed time. It's time that's not truly our own. So how are we really filling up the time in our lives? What are you doing to make it more productive, to contribute, to reach out, to feel important and valued? What are you doing with that kind of time? And think about it. How do you spend your days? How do you spend your nights? What are you really doing in your life that is contributing to the legacy that you want to create? Everything happens in one moment of your life, from second to minute. Your life can change, your life can get better, your life can get worse, your life can end in one moment. Because time stops for nobody. Time does not care that you have your own agenda and your own time frame. Time doesn't want to know that you have things that you have to do. So really think about your state of mind, your outlook, your mentality today. Are you sad? Are you disappointed? Do you think that you're a failure? Are you getting thoughts that are leading you down the road of depression and anxiety? What is it? What are you thinking about? Leaving a legacy is a right. It is not a privilege. It means that everybody in the world deserves the right to a legacy. Now you may be saying, well, wait a minute. When I think of a legacy left behind, I'm thinking about politicians, I'm thinking about celebrities, historical figures, religious figures, people with money and wealth and namesakes and having institutions and schools and streets and buildings named after them. That just can't be me. Who am I? I'm not important. I want you to know that you are. Let's turn that mentality around. You are important. The legacy that you are leaving, the legacy that I'm leaving is extremely important because in God's eyes, we're all the same. We're all human beings. I don't need to be dead to enjoy my legacy because I'm living it right now. Every day that I'm gratefully here, I'm doing something more. I'm taking the steps to continuing to build that legacy. Every second and every minute of my life is connected up to living my purpose and leaving my legacy. And I'm not going to wait until someone is eulogizing me at my funeral. I'm doing it now. Leave your legacy today. So that might be joining organizations, volunteering, missions and causes and movements. It might be showing leadership in your own family, in your community, in your church, for your husband, for your wife, for your children, for anybody that you can touch and speak to and impact. So many of you understand that life is precious, it is fragile. There's people who suffered from terminal illnesses. There's people who die on instant, people who just are here now in the moment and are gone in the next. And you don't have the opportunity to go back. You don't have the opportunity to pick up the phone or text or email and say, meet me for coffee. You don't have time to do that anymore because time is so valuable, and you understand that only when people are gone, they've passed forward. It's so important to just tell people in your life today that you love them, that you care about them, that they're important to you. Pick up the phone, send them an email, meet them. People who live in regret, people say, I just wish that I had 5 more years to do this or 10 more years to do that. When we speak to the elderly on their deathbed, they're not saying, I wish I would have watched more TV. They're really saying, I wish that I would have nurtured and valued friendships in my life, relationships in my life. Really talking about connecting with human beings at that level, socializing, engaging more, building friendships. That's what people want to do. We're not here to spend more time idling. We are here to live our purpose. We are here to live what God has told us to do. Your mentality is a choice. Your mindset is a choice. You do matter to somebody. When you come home from work, what's the first thing you do? Some people crack open a beer, get a glass of wine, a cool drink. Some people just turn on the internet or the television. What if when you come home from work, you start thinking about learning, researching, volunteering, getting involved in something charitable, mentoring, coaching, something really awesome where you're connecting with other people. To be remembered All you have to do is just show compassion and kindness and caring and concern and have integrity and have brilliance and intelligence and leadership. These are things that you can develop right now. And hey, who knows? You might have a street named after you when you pass away, and you might not. And it's okay. Everyone's legacy is different, but it is no better because we are all human. The quality and caliber of a human being is truly measured by the amount of hearts that person touches. That's truly what it means. Have you been caring enough? Have you been loving enough? Have you been reliable enough? Are you trusting enough? Are you a person of moral integrity? Are you a person of moral rectitude? Are you a person who people want to come to share their thoughts and to get advice from? Are you inspirational? This is really what you're going to be remembered for. It's not the job that you've worked at, the career that you've held, your bank accounts, your cars, your boats, your homes. It's not about everything that I can touch in my physical world. It is more so about what's in your heart. It's the spirit that I talk about. Inspired people emphasize the character in legacy versus all the other things that I can touch in the ego world. If you have lived a hardened life, you don't want to apologize. You don't forgive people. You're hurt. You're angry. You're upset. You have an entitled, the world owes me victim mentality. You need to change it. What kind of person are you? How do you want to be remembered? Because the way that you think in your head might differ from what people think about you in the external world. Someone else is talking about you when you're dead. We know that. That's what happens. But what is going to be written on that page? Consider the impact. If you really understood the importance of your life and how precious and fragile, take advantage of the time that we have on this planet. It's so limited until you get the phone call that someone you love is gone and you didn't get time to say goodbye. How do you feel? This probably already happened to many of you. It's happened to me. And I'm urging you, I'm telling you, please use your time in a way that is going to be purposeful and meaningful to you. Please.
Please like and subscribe to join the revolution.